Hello.
Hello, Tate, is it?
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Ryan. I'm just calling from the Twitter account Irish Students Against Fascism. Do you have a few minutes to talk?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Cool.
Ryan, is it?
Ryan is it? Ryan McConnell.
Alright, cool.
Cool. So, a basic introduction of who we are and what we do. We're a collective of mainly sort of left activists across campuses, and what we've been doing the past while is creating a sort of database on the sort of far right, and sort of linking up sort of activists to sort of, sort of clamp down on the sort of far right, and, make sure some people feel consequences professionally. Now,
Good stuff. Yeah.
You're okay to just give us a hand?
Yeah. Well,
Cool.
I just wondering what I can do, that's all,
Yeah, that's fair. Do you have any experience in this kind of sort of anti-fascism, anti-racism?
Well, look, I mean, I've been at, I don't know how many protests and counter-protests and all that kind of stuff, but, and I mean, I know, I think a few people who I define as fascist maybe, but apart from that, I mean, I'm, obviously I'm politically active, so I come across all sorts, but
that's
I haven't any experience in particular anti-fascist movements, really. No.
Yeah. So, for example, you mentioned some names. If you want to send on those names, we can make sure these people feel the burn professionally.
Well, I suppose. Well. I mean, there'd be one person I would know in particular. Would be you've probably come across him though. It's Con O'Gallera is his name. You probably
the Irish Freedom guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look, he's around my age, and I've seen him at several what I would call racist protests, and he's buddies with Herman Kelly and all that kind of stuff. So,
if you want to send on any sort of info on himself and a few others, we can make sure to go after them professionally. And
Yeah. Well, look, I suppose. I mean, I'll have a think anyway.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who do I where do
you find you can whatever if you want to over DM or whatever. But you're okay.
I will.
Like, okay, some people are a bit sort of apprehensive with sort of Green Party, but you're sort of committed anti-fascist wise to go after these people professionally. Obviously, you're more political, so you probably stay away from the sort of direct action stuff, but you're okay to sort of make sure these people feel the burn.
Yeah, well, look, here, what I'll do is, if I come across a fascist on any social media site, or whether it's in person or whatever, and the reason Con comes to mind is because I've known him from college, and he is a genuine racist and a fascist. If I come across any people, I'll let you know. That's all I can do, really.
That's fair. It's good to have sort of analyse.
And I'm happy to retweet you and stuff like that, or whatever as well.
Just within the sort of Green Party, what's the sort of official, unofficial line? I know your man, he's fairly solid, but what's the general sort of feeling or around
Jesus, I'd say the Greens are as anti-fascist as you get, to be honest, and I that's only an opinion now. I don't. They're totally. I've been at protests against racism. I've been at protests, for hate speech legislation. I've been at protests for all sorts of stuff. I can't. Jesus, I think we're. It's a pacifist party.
That's fair.
They're pro-Palestine, all of those things. So they're very anti-racist at all times. I think they're totally anti-fascist. I'd be amazed. I've never met what I would call anywhere near fascist in the Green Party. But
yes, that's fair. You guys you're solid, but you're okay.
You never fully know. Look, there's thousands of members, but I've never met someone who I would come who I would describe anywhere near a fascist.
Cool. So you're good to go after these people professionally. Obviously, send on what you deem sort of worthy. Just in terms you're more in sort of any sort of general sort of civic society contacts or any sort of strong sort of voices within the Green Party that could be of sort of help. If you know them offhand, or if you're a good sort of send on, that'd be great.
I don't know. Have you been in contact?
No, he could be someone to follow up. I think I have a sort of
send a text on Twitter. I'd say he's probably the best, and he just say you were talking to me as well, and that I recommended, because he's extremely against fascism. I can't say how much he'd be willing to do or not, but I know that he's extremely passionate on that. So
that's good. That's good to know.
And I'm sure be happy to, if you text him on Twitter, I'm sure he'll take a phone call and all that.
So obviously there's more sort of discreet part, but obviously occasionally we get sort of physical with these people. But how are you sort of ethically on sort of more direct action? Because I know the sort of Green Party, you're good, but you're not. So there's some elements that are a bit apprehensive. So you're okay with giving these people a slap, essentially. Just
Well, as in, I've taken part in direct actions before. Obviously, non-violent direct action, but I've
You're good to carry water for us. Essentially, it's just that there's always a sort of worry with the sock dams or greens that you'd get some sort of pearl clutching, but you sound sort of fairly solid.
I'm happy to take part in non-violent direct action.
Okay, that's fair. But you wouldn't disavow, or it's the sort of key thing with the left is that there's no sort of. And I know you're solid, but it's the case of that there's some people occasionally with this sock dams that if you give someone a slap or a milkshaking, they kind of, they kind of piss the bed essentially. But you're okay with that.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, geez, I tell you what, look, I'll never ever have a problem with that. I don't know whether I can commit to doing that myself or not, but I'll never have a problem with. I love watching a good milkshake to the face. So, look, I have no problems with the movement if it does that.
Cool.
But I can't commit to taking part in.
No. You're in a position you kind of need plausible deniability. I'm sure another life would be a bit different, but we know yourself.
Yeah, well, thanks a million for calling.
Cool. Just touching base with yourself. Any names we can go after them professionally? What you deem sort of worthy?
I think I'll have a look after Con. I'm trying to think now if I come across anyone else. I can't think of half their names.
That's fair. If you want to get back to us over DM, but we'll follow up on sort of concept.
To be honest with you, I'd say actually would know quite a few of their names. I think, but I don't know. I presume you've come across Herman as well.
Yeah,
for the Irish Freedom Party as well. And
the key thing what we want, especially at a sort of college level, is to get the names of these guys, get where they're working, and to basically hand them professionally. And if you're going to help us out with that, that'll be amazing.
Yeah, well, look, if I come across anyone anyway, I'll let you know.
Cool. It's good to have a sort of solid voice, and I'm sorry about the sort of worry with the more less kind of radical parties. I know you're solid, but just making sure. But we'll probably be in touch and pass on anything you have. Cool. Cheers. And
thanks, William.
Yeah, fair play in the recent election anyway. Have a sort of family connection. Here, see ya. Bye.
Thanks, William.
Bye.
Bye.